Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Ashe ashe, ashe ashe. Ashe ashe, ashe ashe. Ashe ashe, ashe ashe. Ashe ashe, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga lafia, ashe ashe. Funga alafia. It is a different language than English. It's the Yoruba language spoken by the Yoruba people who live in southwest Nigeria. Funga alafia is a song of welcome. It's a song that they created to welcome back their trading caravans that had traveled north across the Sahara Desert and east to the kingdom of Egypt and further east to the kingdom of what was then Persia, today is Iran. They would continue even further east to the great kingdom of India and further east to Cathay, today we call China, and even further east to Nippon, what we now know as Japan. And then the trading caravans would turn around and retrace their journeys back across those great empires, down the Niger River to the Gulf of Guinea, Yoruba land. And all the people would come out. They would come out of their villages and towns and great cities, and they would all sing the same song. Funga alafia, ashe, ashe. I welcome you back, my family, my friends. You are more than friends. You are in our hearts. And we are so very happy that you have returned. The Yoruba people did not only sing this song to their returning caravans. Oh, they sang it to any peoples who came into their lands in peace. They sang it to other African peoples. They sang it to the Europeans. They sang it to the Christians, to the conquerors. Always the same. Fungal alafia, ashe, ashe. I welcome you with the words that I say. I welcome you with the thoughts in my head. I welcome you with the warm feeling in my heart. And I welcome you with ashe, the Yoruba word for the spirit, the light, the energy that's within each and every one of us and connects us to every living thing. And today I welcome you to my story. I welcome you with the words that I say. I will not say anything to hurt you or make fun of you. I welcome you with the thoughts in my head because I can only think good thoughts about you and good thoughts about me too. I welcome you with the feeling in my heart, warm feelings, because in my heart I know the truth. I know that you and I, we are family. We are sisters, we are brothers. And most importantly, I welcome you with ashe, the spirit, the light, the energy within. I hope you feel welcome today. You know, there was once a time when people could lend or borrow beauty the way you could lend or borrow clothing. And there was a young girl in the village. Her name was Shoye. And when Shoye walked around in her beauty, the people would look at her and say, have you ever seen such beauty before? Now, there was another young girl in the village. Her name was Tanuki. And Tanuki did not have the beauty that Shoye had. As a matter of fact, Tanuki was downright ugly. And she was jealous of her friend Shoye. So she decided that she was going to get that beauty and keep it. She walked to her friend's home and she said, Shoye, I have to go on a long journey. May I please borrow your beauty? I'll bring it back. And Shoye, being as beautiful on the inside as she was on the outside, she gladly took off her beauty and gave it to her friend Tanuki. Tanuki put on that borrowed beauty, and when she walked through the village, the people of the village looked at her and said, "Ooh, wait, have you ever seen such beauty before?" Tanuki had a plan. She left the village. She walked for many miles. She walked for many days until she came to a village where there was a chief who was not married. Tanuki walked into that village wearing her borrowed beauty, and the people in that village said, "Woo! Wait! Have you ever seen such beauty before?" And then the chief, he came out of his palace and looked, and he saw Tanuki, and she looked good. She looked real good. So he fell in love with her, and they got married right on the spot, no waiting. And Tanuki went to live and reign in the palace as the new queen. Now back home, in the home village, the people would look at Shoye every day and they would say, "Child, you is ugly. And that Tanuki, she's no friend of yours. She has taken your beauty. She's gone far away. She ain't never coming back again. And child, you're going to be ugly for the rest of your life." That didn't bother Shoye. She then traced her friend's steps, and she too walked for many miles, and she too walked for many days until she came to the palace in the village where Tanuki now lived and reigned as the queen. And Shoye, she walked up to the gates of the palace, and the men in the palace said, "Ah, get out of here, you ugly woman!" And Shoye, she stood her ground, and the chief came out for his daily constitutional, and he saw Shoye standing there and said, "Ah, who let this woman with ugly face stand inside my gate?" And Shoye, she stood there and she bowed very low, very respectfully. And she said, "O great and powerful chief, I have come a long way seeking a friend. She borrowed something from me many days ago, and she does not return it." And the chief then said, "Hey, who is this that borrows and does not return? Tell me, who is this woman?" I have heard, sir, that she is your new wife, Tanuki." "Tanuki, you come here at once." And Tanuki was an obedient wife, and she had been hiding behind the door. But when she heard her husband call, obedient, she came out and stood before him, and he said, "My wife, this woman says you have borrowed something from her. You must return it at once." And Tanuki, being an obedient wife, she took off the borrowed beauty and she gave it back to her friend Shoye. When Shoye put on her rightful beauty, the people in that village looked upon her and said, "Have you ever seen such beauty before?" And then they looked at the chief's wife. It is not a good thing for the chief to have such an ugly wife. And then the chief spoke, saying, "Beauty and good character are not the same thing. Tanuki came to us wearing borrowed beauty, but her character is faulty. Shoye, who was ugly because she simply let someone else borrow her beauty, her behavior is good. From now on in my kingdom, no one may lend or borrow beauty. Each person must wear what is their own." And that's how it's been ever since. All over the world, people no longer lend or borrow beauty. Each and every one of us must wear what is our own.